After my dad's funeral, I kept it from my stepmom that my dad had willed me $20 million. Can you imagine the moment you realize everything you thought you knew about your family, your life, and even your own father was a lie? Imagine standing at his will reading, completely devastated by his suicide, only to hear that every single penny he owned, the mansion, the cars, his entire empire, was left to your stepmother and her children, who weren't even his by blood. I felt like I'd been utterly abandoned, left with nothing but a worthless wooden box while they mocked me. But then, a quiet conversation, a sealed envelope, and a single letter changed everything. It shattered my world all over again, but this time it also ignited a fire inside me, a burning need for justice that transformed my life forever. My name is Martin Miller, and what I'm about to tell you is the story of how I uncovered a betrayal so deep, it reached beyond the grave, and how it led me to an unexpected path of healing and revenge. My life wasn't always a tangled mess of secrets and lies. Once, it was a picture-perfect dream. I grew up in Maryland, a kid wrapped in the warm glow of my family's love. My father, Frederick Miller, was a powerhouse in real estate and horse racing, a man whose name echoed with success. He owned sprawling lands, luxury coastal projects, and a prestigious racetrack. And then there was my mother, Grace. She was the absolute heart of our home, gentle, warm, always making us laugh. Every evening, she'd play the piano, those soft melodies filling the living room, while my younger sister, Ivy, and I would just cling to her, soaking it all in. Ivy, with her golden hair and sparkling eyes, was a whirlwind of energy, always begging me to play hide-and-seek in the massive garden of our mansion. That mansion? It sat on a gentle hill, surrounded by ancient oak trees and the rose bushes my mother had planted with her own hands. To me, it was paradise. Weekends meant picnics by the lake with my dad, or cozy evenings by the fireplace, listening to his thrilling business stories. He was strong, full of life, but his gaze towards my mother, Ivy, and me was always, always tender. I can still see him, hoisting Ivy onto his shoulders, pretending to be a horse as my mother giggled nearby. I honestly thought life would stay that way forever. A perfect picture woven with love and prosperity. I was a carefree 12-year-old running through that garden, dreaming of the day I'd stand beside my father, taking over the empire he'd built. But then one fateful day ripped that perfect picture to shreds. It was an early May morning. Spring flowers still lined the paths around the mansion. My father had to fly to Kentucky for the Derby, a huge event where the elite gathered to seal billion-dollar deals. Before he left, he kissed Ivy and me on the forehead, promising us little medals as souvenirs. "Take care of the house, Martin," he said, ruffling my hair. I nodded, bursting with pride that he trusted me. That night, I stayed up later than usual, lost in an adventure book. My mom and Ivy had been asleep for... Full story video added in below.